this video. Now what you don't know about this video is that I had already filmed Death of the Four Horsemen earlier that day. This was a 14-hour film day. I may have that calculated incorrectly. I started around 10:30 in the morning and I didn't end until 4:30 in the morning. So if you haven't watched the Death video, which you don't have to watch the Death video to understand this video, but you will understand more references. So going into this video, I felt a little better about covering up my eyebrows, but I still double covered them up because I'm paranoid that something is going to stick to my eyebrows, and then my knowledge of how to outline a skull also came flooding back to me because I had just done it. I had just done it. I just did it. I just did this. And I'm just trotting along in my zone of becoming a skull, and thank God I realized this look actually needs a bald cap. If I had forgotten to put the bald cap on for this look, it would have been detrimental. Now, I'm not just saying because, oh, I want to wear a bald cap. You're probably like, Lex, you wear bald caps way too much. The key thing was I didn't have any other way to secure my headpiece, so, which by the way, the headpiece for this look took me, I didn't even calculate how many hours, but it took me over a week to figure it out. It actually all started with the shoulders. And if you watch my live streams at all, I have been talking about these characters for a while now. I was coming up with all different concept designs, like do I want them to wear crowns? Do I want them to all match? Just like the Sins were from a similar world where they all had matching horns except for two. Came up with all the concepts for the Four Horsemen, and what I came to the conclusion of was I wanted war and death to kind of like reflect each other. If you watch the Death video, you know I wanted it to be more of an angelic type character, but I wanted war to be very heavy. And while I would have filmed making this headpiece on camera, it was all over the place. It was rhinestoning it, taking the rhinestones off, painting it, repainting it, sanding it down. This look cost me many nights of sleep. Sometimes I get an idea in my head and the idea is tricky, but I want to follow through with it to completion. This was one of those looks. Lots of thinking, calculating, very involved hours for this. I was also very convinced throughout this entire video, I don't know why, that I was like, it's rhinestone time, baby! No, it wasn't. It wasn't rhinestone time like the 4 times that I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna put rhinestones on. I needed a bald cap, I needed paint, I needed shading, like, I don't know, in the freaking rhinestone zone. Now, let me tell you, I gotta get it. I got this rhinestone picker from the craft store, okay? And this is the culprit. This is not the culprit. There was another one. I got the worst rhinestone picker-upper in my entire years on this planet. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so look, look, okay, so first off, you're probably like, what? Listen, so the point of this, it's not a bad product. The point of this is that you could pick up the rhinestone, okay? You can see it works good, like it's totally fine. But when you're trying to put it on your face, I can't see because this is freaking huge. So maybe if you're doing a project and you're like da 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 da, it's fine. But if you're da da daing on your face, you can't see. And the one that I normally use is like little, like this, but there wasn't another one of these at the store, and when you use it a lot, which I use it quite often, it can get glue on it, it gets gross, right? So this thing, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I did because I have 2 of them, all right? It was so large that I just, like, this is like wax on the end, I just like went like that, right? And I just like cut it off and made it smaller, and I'm thinking like genius moves, right? No, it wasn't a genius move because you know what it did? That. But what I did was I took my old jewelry picker that was gross and like this, and I just took this little bit of wax and then I just put it over top. Look at me, I feel like look how proud I am. And I just put it on there like that. I just made a new one out of my old one, and then I could see and life was better. Anyways, so a zillion rhinestones later, because I wanted both of these looks, both death and war, to be very sparkly in this series. Much like my death character, I tried to follow the outlines of the skull going around my eyes, around my nose, going up from my cheekbones and out, as opposed to just going straight across. I just think it looks better. In comment section, I think we could all get it out now that sometimes in this video I look like Spider-Man. Other times in this video, I look like Darth Maul. Sometimes I look like a cherry. But in the end, I do have a direction that is not Darth Maul or Spider-Man or a cherry. Which the Made You Look body paint in the color cherry is available on madeyewlook.com. I don't know, that wasn't really a badumps moment because that wasn't a joke, I'm serious. It is. I am kind of giving off Darth Maul vibes a little bit. He's not a bad looking guy though. He's a bad guy, but he's not a bad looking guy. Here I am checking out how sparkly I am. I didn't want to go the bones route because I felt like the bones route would be too predictable, a little, maybe kind of Halloween-y, a little cheesy for this type of character that I was trying to create. So I just started putting the rhinestones on my body, and what happened was, the bright red ones blended in because I was painted bright red, which I knew this because I shaded my whole face because I knew this. And then I didn't shade my body, so what do I do? I take eyeshadow and I put it underneath the rhinestones. There's adhesive underneath the rhinestones. And I know you're with me on this journey. You're like, not the adhesive. Because what happened was it made a line underneath the rhinestones and then it looked ugly. But instead of being like, you know what, this looks ugly, I'm gonna try to cover it up, I just kept adding more eyeshadow. So that's why this part of the video just looks hideous, because my mistake, all right? I ended up covering it up with red body paint, which it mixed in with the darker eyeshadow a little bit. And what ended up happening was I made bones on my body. But what I didn't do was I didn't make the bones on my body. I like implied bones on my body. A lot of things happen with these horsemen. Anyways, the look turned out sick. Thanks for watching. Also, get your orders in for Halloween if you are placing Halloween orders on the Madeyewlook website for body paint, because we are shipping as often as we possibly can. And obviously, thank you for your order. We appreciate it, as always.